So hello everybody, what's going on? This is your boy the GOAT and EUR. Welcome back to the GOAT Addict Trading Community. And I hope everybody's feeling well, I hope everybody's feeling good. Welcome back guys to our Sunday market breakdown, whereby I just be with you guys checking on the pairs that we will be looking for next week. So what happens normally on a weekly basis, what I do is that I go through every pair to possibly see what are we preparing for in the possible coming week, or rather say, what are we going to be trading in the next weeks or the next days when the market opens. So this is what happens. And welcome back to you all guys. Welcome back to the community. I can see everybody we've been engaging with on Discord on our GOAT trading platform. I can see Fiona, Nzama Mobile, Abdul, Piwe, and all that. So without any further waste of time, so guys, normally you definitely know what I like doing. The first thing that I like doing before jumping into depth of the markets and stuff like that, I love starting first with the dollar index, because it allows me, or rather gives me a clear sight of what's going to be happening with the dollar index. Of what's going to be happening with the dollar index, or rather say the dollar in general. Is the dollar going to be weak? Is the dollar going to be strong? Should you expect selling opportunities or buying opportunities? So it's all up to that. So okay, cool. So now what I normally like doing, first things first, we draw up a structure to understand what the market is building up towards. You understand? So from this point to that level, we start seeing that the market actually is in a bullish type momentum, right? And then if you look at the top right there, this I can identify it as a multi-touch setup. In total overall, it seems like it's creating a contraction channel. A contraction channel is prices squeezing inside a triangle. It's prices squeezing inside a triangle, of which possibly it might happen based off what I see that the market builds from now till at that level point. So that's what's happening. That's what I see basically. Okay, so now since we understand where we at the current moment, let's go to a smaller time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame. Bear in mind, this is a dollar index. We just gotta understand what's happening and all of that. Okay, so possibly the area over here is very much sensitive to a point that even also here you can see that this is a possible double top type formation, but with just the clear market shootout at that level point, you can actually see a double top type formation. So there's a very high possibility that the market will be going furthermore down. This means we're expecting the dollar index to be weak, or rather the dollar to be weak, and every pair against it should be strong. So that's what generally happens. So already we have a clear version of what's going to happen with the dollar. We're expecting the dollar to be weak, and also based off the fights that are happening in the world and everything that's currently happening in the world, guys, it's kind of putting us in a state of saying there's a lot that can happen in the market which we can't predict or rather control, but we just gotta keep an eye on it. So basically we're looking for continuations of selling points till that level, because there's still a lot of room left over here should the market decide to go down, right? Number 2, let's go to NAS 100. NAS 100 looks very clear. So in total overall, we definitely know that Nasdaq has finally broke that overall daily trend that we had for some while in the markets, which is this one, that it ended up not leaving any room at that point, as you can see. So basically the market broke below, and then it had that clear double top type formation over here. You'll only see it in the 4-hour time frame. So if you can look at it right now, if you take this prices over here, you will also notice the double top that I'm talking about over here. You will notice this was the first top, this was the second top, and the market started impulsing, correcting, impulsing, correcting, impulsing again, and now it's back to the top. So what's possibly going to happen now is that if we also cater for the bottom, but catering it in a very parallel type line over here like this, and looking left as well, it's very important. Remember what I said, always look left. So when you look left, the level area that the market is right now, it's a very sensitive area. Not that if the market will choose to actually turn at this level point, because it's also expected to shoot from that point up until here before it actually starts continuing. Because guys, on a daily time frame, there is still high room for Nasdaq to actually keep selling till at least possible here. If it failed, that's probably going to be the 90% rule of it. You know, that's probably going to be the 90% rule of it, because if you can look at it, we finally broke below that structure, and now we're just looking for continuations of further more downs and all of that. But we're not saying that's what's going to happen. It's probability versus possibility. That's how we take forex trading. So there's a chance that the market might want to do that, but there's still a chance the market might not do that. So it just depends what happens from now as we follow the markets. All right, now moving forward to gold. Let's not forget the levels that the market respects the most. Actually, where gold turned the other day, which is this level point. Everybody never saw that happening, but it actually happened. That's why I always emphasize on the importance of drawing a playground before you can actually start analyzing, to know where you look for buys and to know where you look for sells. It actually happens all the time. So as you can see, that overall the market spiked up, and as it spiked up, now we have a new sensitive area over there, and then we're looking for possible market further going down till here. But we will also see, let's go to a 4-hour time frame. So you go on the 4-hour time frame, the setup still confirms what we are talking about at this level point. The setup still confirms what we're talking about at this level point, of which I believe that on market open, this is what's possible to happen on market open. This is what's possible to happen on market open. So as you can see, possibly the market, as it shut down on market open tomorrow, it will do this. It will do this before it actually starts shooting down. So possibly for gold, we will be looking for further selling opportunities up until that level over there. So let's go to the next pair, which is USD. So bear in mind, guys, this is what I do all the time. Every time before the week starts, I go through every pair. I just go through every pair to analyze. And because the chill Sunday, that's why I'm even looking a bit crusty right now, because the chill Sunday, guys, it's just me relaxing and waiting for the market to open and all of that. And then as you can see over here, copying it to the bottom over there, and then going on the 4-hour time frame, possible impulse correction, impulse down again, that level that was respected over there. It says a lot. So let's look left. If we look left, we start seeing this level over here. We understand why the market turned over here, turned over there as well, turned over here as well, here again, respected there, and finally respected there again. So it's just these links, guys, that actually compound to you being able to see the market in a better way or in better eyes and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So let me zoom out to see if I could find a trend on a high level. So as I zoom out to see if I can find a trend over here, it doesn't make sense. It genuinely doesn't make sense. So I'll be forcing a trend. So it's better not to even force a trend, but just go on a lower time frame. So going on a lower time frame, I start seeing that, okay, guys, this will not be for me this week because I don't really understand what USD is doing. I'll generally be setting up myself for losing trades if I was to say there's a high possibility of trading this for me. Nah, I'm not gonna even engage with it. Okay, let's go forward. Euro GBP. Euro GBP, we start afresh as well on Euro GBP. We look at the markets, and then we just cater for the bigger version. You know, let's cater for the large version. First, create a playground, and then so we have created a playground right now. So we have understand it's a long overdue. It's a long overdue setup, because if we look at it in this type nature, it looks like there's still a lot of room for the market to go up until the top. It looks like there's a lot of room for the market to go from that bottom to the top. But let's drop it on 4-hour time frame. So when you look at the 4-hour time frame, you can clearly possibly confirm what I'm seeing as well, because we're going to build a trend from here coming to that point. So possibly as well, it might be a trend inside a trend, because if you can look at this as well, it's a very high sensitive level that we can entrust in order to build up a structure. And also this level is very sensitive, so the market can impulse from this point and correct, giving us clear indications for continuation to the upside till it reaches that level point over there. And this will be in this type of nature. So Euro GBP, there's high possibility of buys on Euro GBP. There's very high possibilities for buys on Euro GBP. So let's go to Euro Swiss franc. So I hope everybody's just taking note of what did I say about gold. Gold is a sell. What did I say Euro GBP is? Euro GBP is a buy. What did I say USDs are? Is USDs buy is a buy, and stuff like that. Just hope everybody's taking note so that when you look at your market, you can actually compare. See if you can come up with something out of my analysis. You get what I'm saying? See if we can come up with something out of my analysis. So here's Euro Swiss franc. So Euro Swiss franc, for me, honestly, it's not clear, but just trying to find out what's going on, I'll build a playground. That's what definitely I'll build. So I'm only looking for the market in here. So for our time frame, so now as we already built our playground, we can see now clearly what's been happening with the market. There's nothing as beautiful as this double top type formation over here, and then the market shot straight down till it got to that level point, of which I'll drop it to somewhere right about here right now for the sake of the beauty that the market has been creating. So we're also going to look at what's the structure built by the markets. What's the structure that's being built over here? Let's just possibly try putting it there, and then actually checking up with the markets as well and taking it somewhere right about here. So we can also see over here as well that there's a very high possibility of the market going furthermore up, right? So we'll actually check how the market reacts tomorrow, but what I'm seeing is possible market shooting up straight, creating maybe a bit of correction over here, depending what type it is, and then the market takes off from there to the higher level. That's what I'm seeing. That is genuinely what I'm seeing. As you can also see over here, it has already started, especially on this thingy. It has already started with what I just said right now, that the market can't just impulse without even giving us guys clear setups of how the market is going to be possible on the coming weeks. So over here, it might correct for some sort of reason before it gives us those clear buys. All right, going to USD JPY. So USD JPY, for me, it's a high possible buy. It's a high possible buy because of how the market has been moving around it. I don't know if I'm making sense. Let's start afresh. So I looked at the markets, and what I saw was, okay, we have this high top over there, And then we have also this bottom over here. These markets kind of correlate for some sort, like they match each other, right? As they match each other, dropping it on a lower time frame, everything starts becoming visible, especially with how the market chooses to move around. So the market, we definitely know it moves in impulses and corrections, and all of that. And for some sort of reason, those are the most aspects that help us to be able to set our bias, to be able to set our profitable targets, to be able to set things like that. But let's not neglect the fact that there's this nature that's over here that the market respects so much. So there's a possibility for the market to shoot from the here to the top and actually also coming back to the bottom. So over here, you can't have a strict one bias. You need to be able to cater for both sides, for either the winning side and also the possibility and the probability. So the possibility is the market might shoot up and go down, and the probability is that the market is going to shoot up. You understand? So that's the difference. That's the difference between all of that. The more you start understanding these small stuff like patterns and how the market moves, the nature, stuff like that, the market just becomes purely simple. Like it takes 15 minutes or 10 minutes to even analyze the whole thing. And also, you can also see over here, this one doesn't even need me to start afresh because it's very clear. As you can also see that we have two possibilities. If the market breaks above, we're looking for buys. If the market breaks below, reverses below, we're looking for sales. That's how it possibly is. So with one is this very, very clear. Taking into a 4-hour time frame, you understand what the market is created over here, that it's an impulse correction phase and then straight to the top again, or the market will choose to either respect this level and shoot straight down again. So it's all up to the markets. We just follow. That's the only thing. We just follow. So there's high possibility for the market that it might wanna go down till that level point, or rather reverse, break above, continuation pattern, and then continues to the upside. That's USD Swiss franc. That's USD CHF. And then USD CAD. USD CAD. I don't really know what happened over USD CAD, but it just had that one high impulse and correction that was very, very impulsive. Because if you can look at the top over there, you would understand how the market has been moving. So now let's look left, the playground. So if you look at that top over here, you would understand that probably we're moving in a contraction type channel. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame. As you go on the 4-hour time frame, obviously me catering for the market, I'm going to cater for these first. I'm going to cater for here first, and possibly having this as well. And having this and understanding that we actually had a market breakout and possible retest over there. A market breakout and possible retest over there. So let's see. All right. So this might be a larger version of a correction. So as it's a larger version of a correction, I'm asking myself now that what was the main reason of this? And when you look left, that's the only way you can get the answers. So the answer is there's also that level that's very sensitive at the current moment. So right now, I'd be lying if I say, well, I know what's the next move going to be, unless I say there's a high possibility of rejections when the market gets here. So we're back to the top again. Looking at AUD, it explains itself. We have a structure over there. We have a structure over here. So the market was on the rising wedge, double top type formation. From a double top, we're looking for furthermore selling opportunities on AUD. Clear. This is very clear. We're looking for further more selling opportunities. I actually feel like for all AUD related pairs, we're expecting AUD to be a bit weak. Yeah, I don't trade AUD CHF, so I don't look at it. AUD USD. So AUD USD. So AUD USD, the same thing that I saw is the same thing that just popped out right now, that I'm looking at the market in this nature. So in this room, there's a very high possibility of this possible break, of this possible playground over here and there at the bottom, here, and there at the bottom over here. And then when you take it to a lower time frame, you understand the buildup that's been here, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. So it starts more looking like this. It starts more looking like this. And then you would understand all those fakes are fake outs and stuff like that. But you just don't want to force the market. That it makes sense when you do this. It only makes sense when you do this. And then you start realizing that, oh, damn. So there's still a high possibility for the market to go up before it comes down. I actually don't like trading AUD related pairs. The reason is I don't really understand how AUD pairs at times they can act, because they really act up big time. So with this one, we're looking for further more selling opportunities. Let's go on a 1 hour time frame. Going on a 1 hour time frame, you'll understand the market nature. So possibly this is another correction as well. This is another correction as well, because cloning it and putting it there at the top, you would understand that the possible next movement would be the market going here. AUD JPY. So on AUD JPY as well, let's see what the market has on a daily time frame. Unclear. The only time it will be clear is when the market gets here, because this could be a shoot straight up to the top before it actually goes down to complete the M formation. So CAD Japan. This is what I do all the time, like every day, man. Like this is what I do every day. Like I don't hold on or go through the market for a long time. What scares me about AUD CAD Japan is this impulse over here and this correction, of which there might be a possibility the market might want to continue to the upside. So it becomes a bit tricky, but let's try understanding how the market has been moving. So possibly I'm starting to feel like the market has been building something in nature of a bullish market, right? This is a possible nature of a bullish market. This is the possible nature of a bullish market. All right, and then prices furthermore down, build structure like that, and then 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, we have a very high sensitive area over here, but I'm looking at the overall bullish. Bearish. Sorry, I'm looking at the overall bearish bullish continuation pattern, which is this one, of which there might be a possibility that the market might want to shoot out at that level point. So it becomes a bit tricky with how the market will react, but we just have to see what's going to happen. CAD Swiss franc. I believe CAD Swiss franc and CAD Japan work the same way, so there's no need for me to like kind of continue with with that, because I feel like they move the same way. All right, cool. So let's go on Swiss franc Japan. Swiss franc Japan. I won't be starting afresh on reanalyzing this one, because it's one of the positions that I'm actually holding at the current moment. It's one of the positions because I feel like I'm going to distract my analysis and my entry point. So I dropped down at this current moment as I saw a double top type formation on Swiss franc, and then when the market reached the second top over here, of which the first top was over here. So I was like, it's an M formation, so the market will continue going furthermore down. As simple as that. So from you guys, you can actually start looking for furthermore selling opportunities on Swiss franc Japan. GBP Swiss franc, GBP Swiss franc, GBP Swiss franc, GBP CHF, the same thing that happened, guys. As I said, the M formation that happened with a clear double top type formation that happened, the first top and then the second top over here. So now this was an impulse, this became an impulse, correction, impulse. This is now a correction the market is respecting there. Now we're looking for furthermore selling opportunities on GBP Swiss franc. So let's go to a 1 hour time frame, just explaining furthermore what being happening over here. So this is a possible continuation to the downside, because the market will keep dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. Drop it lower, drop it lower, drop it lower, drop it lower. So yeah, guys, that's what's actually happening. That's what's actually happening on GBP Swiss franc. So on GBP USD, GBP USD, I still feel like there's a lot of continuations to the downside as well. There is again continuation to the downside. Probably is going to want to create or for some sort reason, maybe I didn't look at something. Let me actually erase all the analysis. If maybe I can try understanding what the market is trying to build over here, it will give me a better clear confirmation of what GBP USD is willing to do. So it actually makes sense why GBP USD turned right there. It actually makes sense why GBP USD turned right there. It's because now we are in a bearish structure. But now when you go on a 1 hour time frame, this looks more of like something that's going to really continue going down. It doesn't look like, let me drop it to a 15-minute time frame so that I can understand what's happening over here. So you see, guys, as I'm saying, that it looks more of something that's going to continue to go on the downside. It looks more because you can scoop the cells over there. You can catch the cells over there. I'm just making an example going down. And then when you go to an hourly time frame, it makes sense. But it's confusing, so we're not going to engage on it. If it's confusing, guys, don't force it. That's one thing I always preach to you. Don't force analysis, but rather follow the analysis. Because if you force analysis, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. I won't lie to you. You're going to regret it. And you even ask yourself, why did you even at first place force the trend line right there? If it's not there, it's not there. Don't force it. Okay, cool. So now with GBP AUD, it looks like it's going to be furthermore selling opportunities. So if the market creates some reversals over here, we know we have a strong level which was respected here, respected there, and respected here. So we're looking for the market to push furthermore up. So GBP AUD, looking for buying opportunities, it's actually important right now. Then going a 4 hour time frame, on a 4 hour time frame, GBP NZD. GBP NZD, it still looks like there's furthermore opportunities to the downside because it has to complete what it has started. It has to complete what it has started, but there's a high possibility for the market that it might want to create some type of correction. But there's a lot of space to the downside, guys. There's too much space to go to the downside. So capitalize on these opportunities. Don't let yourself down. GBP JPY, on the community, we're still holding GBP JPY. I'm still holding it though, because I know it's still going to continue to come furthermore down. Still going to come furthermore down. Yeah. Euro CAD is a bit confusing. But let me erase some few and try taking this at the top. Nope. See if it will make sense. And then erase what's here. Erase what's there. And look what's going on a daily time frame. So the level that is at right now is actually one of the strongest levels. The level is at right now, it's actually one of the strongest levels, because check a look at this. So there's high possibility the market might wanna go to the upside. There's a high possibility the market might wanna go to the upside. So our playground would be this. This would be our playground. Okay, GBP CAD, GBP CAD, GBP CAD, GBP CAD. It actually looked more of the most nicest sell setup, but I hate the fact that I missed the entry. So as I said, guys, I missed the entry. I genuinely missed the entry. So, and that's what's happening right now. But possibly I'll get it. Hopefully I'll get the entry. That's what I'm hoping for on GBP CAD, especially tomorrow, because it looks like it loves selling. It looks like it loves selling. You see over here, and then if you take this to the bottom, there's a high possibility it might sell up until here. So there's still a lot of room left. There's still a lot of room left. That's why I don't really get people who chase entries. Like, there's a lot of room that's left on the market for you to trade. But if you keep on chasing entries, guys, you worry me, I won't lie. You worry me, I won't lie. Okay, so Euro USD, let's see what we had. It was an expanding channel of which it hit the overall target. Since the dollar is possibly going to be weak, possibly it can push, respect this level over here. Let's go to Euro AUD. Guys, if I pass without explaining it, just know it's confusing. So here, also here it's confusing. I don't know, because you can see the market is just moving like this. There's no clear like impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. The market is just, it's just moving like this. So I don't force analysis. Euro NZD, Euro NZD. So on Euro NZD, I actually looked at this target over here and actually got reached. That's quite smart of me. That's quite smart of me, but let's see. So if the market, we can cater for this to here, we can understand the pattern we are in right now. It changed from a bullish market to a bearish market. So there's a high chance that the prices from this level, let me use the Fibonacci retracement. So coming from the top to the bottom, this is the retracement level. So the market might want to come respect at that level in this nature, play, and give us that little bit of correction, and then from here is straight to the bottom up until that level point. So let me erase the Fibonacci now because it's done. So this is the high possibility on Euro NZD. High possibility on Euro NZD. The selling opportunities and all of that. Okay, Euro JPY. Euro JPY. If it confuses me, I don't look at it. Okay, let's see what's happening on Euro JPY. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this. And possibly at this. So what's the overall movement? Is it the bearish or bullish? All right, so it's actually a consolidation channel that we're facing over here. It's a consolidation channel that we're facing over here. Consolidation channel that we're facing over here. It looks more of it. And then let's go on the 4-hour time frame. NZD JPY. So on NZD JPY, we can actually see bullish channel. And then it looks like this is a very sensitive area. Looks more of a very sensitive area. So it gives us a clear possible confirmation that the market might be in this type nature next week. The market might be in this type nature next week. Should it break below, we're going down. We're going down. NZD USD. NZD looks more of the same thing. Because even this level over here, it's very sensitive, guys. Even this level over here, it's very, very sensitive. If you can look at it, there's a possibility the market can turn over there. And then if we go on an hourly time frame, you can see this. There's actually a lot of possibilities, because look as well here, this might be that type of breakout retest type tip. You get what I'm saying? So this might be that breakout retest type tip till it goes furthermore down. So yeah, sorry, I've already analyzed it, so it kind of didn't show my analysis on time. And then if you look at here as well, and look over here as well, so there's still high possibility for the market to go furthermore down. Okay, that ended NZD USD. Then NZD Swiss franc, the last pay for the day. Okay, so on NZD Swiss franc, you see it's confusing as well, guys. I genuinely don't like pairs that are very confusing, eh? If I was to build a structure, would I build a structure like this? Okay, yeah, there it is. So it makes sense. So it makes sense in this nature. Guys, analysis is the best way to make Forex make sense for you. That's what analysis are for. Analysis are there to give you the best way you can understand Forex. That's it. If it doesn't make sense to you, don't force it. Like I normally emphasize on that. Don't force analysis, man. I don't do that myself because it's a scam, that thing. You force analysis, you lose. So possibly, let's see if this is a potential double top before the prices go down, or rather the market strikes up to that level before it actually goes down. So yeah, guys, that's NZD Swiss franc. So that's the market breakdown for the entire week. We haven't yet set what are we trading. We're just gonna wait to see tomorrow how the market reacts, and then after the market reacts, that's when we choose what to trade, what not to trade, what to trade and what not to trade. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that Sunday market breakdown with FX Coach Eddie. Nonetheless, this is FX Coach, your mentor, signing out. I'll see you on the live trading session next week, guys. I'll see you on the live trading session next week, Wednesday or Thursday, possibly, or Tuesday. I'll just update you how everything's going. Nonetheless, I love you so much, guys. Let's see how the market reacts. Go gang!
Yeah, I want to ask, how do you for example, how do you let me put it in this way, how do you know when to cut your losses? Because I've been setting up a proper risk management plan, and then so I've developed a skill where I am when I cut every entry with 15 pips. But the problem is I don't know how to calculate pips.
Then you must learn how to calculate pips. You must learn how to calculate pips. If you're gonna use, I don't really use that. I myself, what I like doing is I cut losses with stop losses. So I put a stop loss at a certain type level, and if the stop loss gets hit, I know I was wrong. Then what's the whole point of holding if they already told you you're wrong? So that's just people forcing. I don't do that. But still, if you're gonna cut your profits into 15 pips and stuff like that, you're limiting yourself towards the potential of you rewarding or getting a reward from the markets. So I wouldn't really advise that. I would say just understand a better way of dealing with trade management. Trade management is you putting stop loss above entry every time the market goes in your direction, you closing some bit of profit out of your profiting trade, you being able to cut your losses if they lose. Because a lot of people, what happens is that you guys, when you are in losses, you want to overhold the loss till it blows your account, but you can't overhold the win until it grows your account. So I take it like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And then where do you put your stop loss? At the like weakest point of the market, looking at like the current like the
I look at the previous low or high. It doesn't matter. I look at the previous. For an example, right now, if I was to enter a sell on this pair right here, this over here is the previous high, right? So if I enter my sell over here, I'm gonna put my stop loss above that high because it's the previous high. So my stop loss will be this. I'm just making an example. I'm not saying the stop loss is like this. I'm just making an example.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much, man. Much love, peace, and happiness. Yes, sir. Nonetheless, guys, let's go to your mentor. Signing out.